It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun, Purdy throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Purdy now on second down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Shotgun now with Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down about the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers! Brandon Ayuk from 21 yards away. And the Niners are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Powell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. 2nd and 10, Howell. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Howell will throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing here, Howell. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 10 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And credit the tackle to Percy Butler from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Niners 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Howard caught downfield by Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. On 1st down, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Al now to throw it.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now Howell. Find the open man. That's complete.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this first half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's Howell to throw on second down. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Oh, that was bogus as hell. That should have been picked. Oh, that bullshit.
Commanders have taken the lead here in this third
defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
First down, Howell to throw.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Sam Howell
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 25, 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train?
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They go play action here. Purdy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Howell, another throw on second down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back to throw, Howell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Howell. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Flush to his right.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
49ers 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Purdy
completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Howell out of the shotgun. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Well, the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's brought down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Howell.
Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And the Washington 1st down.
On 1st down, Howell.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
He was brought down by Javon Hargrave.
Throwing here, Howell.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. An effective 7-yard third-down conversion. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Purdy.
And now here is another interception. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 37.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 37.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3rd and 9 here.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.